No, let's do this.
Alright guys, once again, this is going to be TP with, I guess Lord Hellseth will be subbing in for the first round versus Car Crash, a very new team in the, I guess in the EU region, and they're running a very, very meta comp, I guess you could say. TP opting to run with kind of what they've been using for just about as long as I can remember, to be honest.
Yeah, but forever. For about 9 months.
That's forever to me, man.
Yeah, it's like...
I have horrible memory. Alright, so looking at the splits here, looks like we do see multiple players going into the mid here, going to try to contest that clock tower. Looks like we did see, I believe that was Hellseth kind of gravitating over towards Treb. We just have a Sheen and Lord Nag on point now, Tilda laying some support down from the side point up there.
Car Crash chooses to commit on Mansion.
Absolutely. Looks like they came in with, 3 over here, trying to take down Symbolic on point. Looks like he'd get the res off, though. We have Phantom coming in here to support him. It's going to be a 2-on-3. Actually, we have Hellseth right behind him here as well. Getting on point here. Big ol' Bomb is down. Does not land the damage from it, the knockback from it, rather. Looks like Super's getting really low here as well. Actually, does get taken down. Looks like they're going to try to come in for a res here. The Shadow Refuge does come down from Ningyu, rather. Res comes off. Kind of resetting the fight there a little bit. Over here on mid, we do see Lord Nag going down, giving the point over to TP.
Just like that.
And this fight on Mansion really seems to be in TP's favor at this point. Car Crash has to disengage at this point, so we can see that TP really took dominance and that Car Crash kind of failed on their first initial attack.
Absolutely. We do see Teldo getting stomped out by Posey here on side point. Sheen coming in, trying to keep that point neutralized as long as possible. Gets a nice banish off on Sheen. Sheen gets a nice banish off on Posey. Posey counteracts with the fear there. They're both on point, going to keep it neutralized as long as possible here. Moving back over towards, where are we now? We're over here on Mansion. Looks like the stomps coming out in Symbolic from Super. It looks like he'll be landing that. There we go. Gets him stomped out. All right, so we're about 2 minutes into the game here. We're seeing no cap points right now for either team. But TP's ahead by about 30 points.
Yeah, the pressure's just being put on everywhere right now, but I'm not sure what they want to do. I'm guessing, Car Crash is known to group up and attack a point with 4 or more members. So
yeah, over here in the midpoint, we saw Magua come in and absolutely just demolish Lord Hellseth on point here. Looks like we'll be seeing a banish come out into Hellseth, getting him off point there so they can cap that back for themselves. Alright, Sheen's gravitating back over here towards mid. Is running that, looks like he's running Staff. It's kind of an interesting choice on this map. Usually you see Guardians running, Hammer and Sword, just being able to blink back up on that point when they have like those knockback fights there in mid. But he's actually going, I don't want to call where he's going, because it looks like he's having a little indecision there on where actually he should be going. Fenrim and Symbolic over here do get Super down on point. Symbolic going in for the stomp here should get it down just shortly and get that neutralized. Hopefully get the full cap for themselves as well.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we see a swap in points. Basically, CC or Car Crash is taking Windmill, while Team Paradigm is going to be taking Mansion.
All right, a lot of just kind of like small skirmishes on side points here right now, and like not a lot of big team fights going on. We do see Magua coming into mid here. Phantom going for the Earth 5. Is he going to land? No, it doesn't quite land the damage on Magua. Magua gets his heals off in time as well. Going to be moving over here to the ledge. Going to try to disengage, probably get over that onto Treb. I do believe we have Hellseth on it currently. There we go. We have Teldo. Oh, very bad timing for Magua, actually. We have Teldo coming in, gets the burst damage down with Hellseth onto Magua. Going to get the stomp down here right now. And Teldo can be roaming back in the mid, giving TP kind of the advantage here. Well, actually, we do see a Sheen going down in the midpoint. Nag, big fan using Banish on down corpses here at midpoint, getting them off point so he can keep them bleeding out as long as possible, and so he can keep the point into his favor.
Yeah, really good job. And, I mean, Car Crash, they seem to be coming back. They seem to always be kind of, like, leaning towards losing the fight, but then they come back, very clutch plays, disengage, and then engaging back in. But, right now, Team Paradigm doesn't have a Sheen up, so it's going to be kind of tough for them to regain midpoint.
Absolutely brutal trip coming in here and onto mid. Takes out Lord Nag almost completely. Was able to get his shelter off just in time, though, keeping himself in the fight there. But we do see CC is pretty low here at the midpoint right now. He does go for the banish onto Symbolic's corpse there. Actually doesn't go anywhere, interestingly enough. Kind of just hovered on point there. They don't have it currently. They leave Symbolic up on the point. That's interesting. I'm actually curious why it's not capping for them when they had Symbolic's corpse up on the point there. Nag comes back on the point here, though. We do have a Sheen coming on point as well as Phantaram. Ningyu is down over on the side there. I do not believe Nag's going to go for him. He's just going to try to go down on point here, live as long as possible, and just make sure they can keep that point neutralized as much as they can.
Definitely. I mean, they already understand that they're not going to win this point. He's just kind of trying to sustain.
Alright, see what we've got going on with Magua over here. Looks like we do see Hellseth fighting Magua 1v1. Magua getting kind of schooled over here. Hellseth doing a lot of damage to him. Hellseth not gonna pursue him. We have Symbolic getting onto him right now, though. Symbolic gonna try to just take him down. Mogwai not really in a good position here. A lot of bleeds on him. Looks like he's gonna drop here just momentarily. Does not quite get the water to Minoff. He's gonna go down. Symbolic coming in to get a little bleed damage on him. Maybe go for the stomp. We have Hellseth getting back onto Treb. Oh, actually, pardon me. He had the Treb free, though. He's gonna opt to come off of it, though.
This is very unusual to see. I mean, CC, they're not really going for the team fights. They're trying to split Team Paradigm up, it seems like. They're really trying to fight on any node that they have an advantage in, which is, common sense. But they're doing a pretty good job. But, Taldo just completely annihilated Super, and they're going to take Mansion back.
Absolutely. Come over here to Mogwai. Mogwai just leaving the base here. Going to try pushing towards... That's hard to say, actually. Looks like towards mid. Let's see if we can catch out what's going on mid right now. We do have Nagnag on point currently with the Sheen. Phantom there trying to take him out. We do have Ningyu on point as well. It's really hard to fight on point as a thief on this map. It's a little bit easier with the Sword Dagger Thief. Obviously popping up a lot of those evades there, but still, it can be, if you make a bad decision or if you don't play to the best of your ability, you could go down really easily on point, especially in a lot of AoE.
Definitely. It's always sketchy when there's a small point with a lot of AoE for a thief. He can just die through cleave. It's scary.
We did see Ningyu and Mogwai coming in, absolutely just demolishing Phantom. The Illusion of Life just come out from Hellseth onto Phantom. Phantom's back up into the fight here. Not really in a good spot, though. They are fighting 2v1 or 2v3 right now. The portal, rather, comes out. Phantom's going to portal towards mid here. Hellseth doing a nice play there, getting the portal back in so Phantom can get rezzed up when the Illusion of Life does time out. There he goes. Sheen coming in for the res. Nagnag trying to get the banish off to prevent that res, but not able to get it off quite in time.
I'm really loving these fights right now. I mean, they're basically, even, but Team Paradigm right now is winning because they're kind of, with that pullout that Hellseth had for Fanta, it really helped them, but he went down anyway.
What you can see is a lot of mobility going around the map here. Like changing up where the fights are going to be. They fight on side point, all of a sudden we have everyone pointing back into mid, fighting there. Just a lot of, they're not really just all-inning on one point, which is good. I mean, if you're losing a point, you don't want to stay there. You don't want to spend too many resources on something you can't get.
But then again, if you don't commit enough, are you going to ever even get that point in the first place? So if you spend too much time moving around, you're going to lose out on those precious points.
It looks like we see Ning coming in for a backup here over here on Manchu. I don't really see anyone. Oh, pardon me, I do see Phantom coming in, gets the Lightning Flash on a point, preventing the decap there. And they're going to go at it here on one-on-one. Kind of interesting matchup here. We have a Shortbow Sword Dagger Thief versus a Elementalist standing on point. Who would you tip the balance in terms of?
Sorry?
Phantom versus Ningyu on point, one-on-one.
Oh, I would say, Fanta. I would say Fanta could be able to take it out, you know what I mean? I would say Fanta for sure.
We did see a nice Bassi Venom coming out into Phantom right there. Was able to lay a lot of damage down. We have a Sheen coming in right now, though. Ningyu's going to have to opt to bail off the point here. Not really in a good position, especially with a Guardian. Even if you do get someone down, the Guardian's able to come in, you get the knockback with that passive on the res, and you're not going to do anything besides just hold them back for a little bit longer. Over here on looks like we're over on Windmill. We do see Nagnag. We're gonna call him Nagnag. Nagnag on point over here. Looks like he's able to cap it back here. Even with, looks like those are gonna be enemy crates there. All right, looks like we're gravitating back going towards mid, maybe a little bit of mid fight going on. We do have Phantom on point trying to get the neutralize there, but it Super comes on point, able to keep it in their team's favor for the time being. Posey going to be going out towards the ledge here. Sheen actually getting feared off the... Oh, actually, pardon me. Does not get feared off the ledge, but a little Connie's going out. Sheen's going to opt to try to take down Posey on the ledge here. Kind of an interesting choice coming out from a Guardian. Sheen taking a lot of Connie damage right now, though. Man, look at the Connie's getting stacked by Sheen right now.
Yeah, that really wasn't a good decision for Machine to kind of take a Necro head on, at least, during this kind of meta phase. I think that was a really bad decision, but someone had to focus down the Necro, but Ashin was definitely not the right person to do that.
Absolutely. So we do see, again, because Ashin went on the ledge there, we did have Phantom go down on the midpoint. Ashin came in a little bit too late there, so they both went down. Symbolic came in trying to keep that point, or I guess trying to fight for the point. I don't really know what was going on there, what the reasoning was, especially considering the point wasn't in their favor, and he wasn't going to, nude it with like 3 players in the point. So he came in, kind of died on point there. TP down a player right now for the map, or at least the next, I would say, 20 seconds or so. Hellseth goes down over by his own Treb here. Looks like he should be able to get a res up on himself, though, because he did go down after he came through the portal. Yeah, looks like he's be able to self-revive there, no problem. Actually, we do see Mogwai coming in. Might be able to get the, interrupt that res there. Gonna use the Lightning Flash, go up on the ledge there. Able to stop Hellseth from rezzing. My goodness. That was actually a really good play, knowing exactly where Helseth was going to be with that port. I mean, I guess it was kind of obvious it was either going to be mid or their friendly Treb, but still, splitting off from the fight that he was on currently, getting over that Treb and make sure that he can get the damage onto Helseth before he could revive. Very nice play.
Yeah, I was really expecting Car Crash to only play for 2 points, but they are completely... when they're winning a fight, they have people split off in that split second and disengage and try to get the other point. This allowed them to have this 3-cap right now. Super did a really good job of splitting off after winning the mid-fight and capping Mansion. It's looking pretty dim. Team Paradigm really has to group up right now and get those points back, or else it's going to look really, really dark for them.
Now, do you think this is mostly because they're playing without Zeph right now? I mean, we know that Helseth is a very strong Mesmer. We know he's amazing Mesmer, to be honest. But he doesn't have that synergy that he's got to have with his own team. Do you think that's playing a large factor in why they're down right now?
You know what? I would say that it'd be a good reason. But then again, Ningyu is a sub for Car Crash as well. So would it even out the fight possibly? Because I believe that Ningyu is a sub, but I'm not completely sure.
I heard that they're... I haven't seen Car Crash before, because they are a relatively new team. I think they've only been around for like a week or so. I did hear that their main thief, who's, I guess, their so-called shot caller, is out for the day.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sorry, love Team Paradigm, but them not having Zeph, I don't know if that would have changed anything. It doesn't really change. You can't really kind of even out crediting some team for winning or losing because of that, because Ningyu is a sub. So I think, Car Crash did a really good job, to be completely honest. At the beginning, it was swaying back and forth between who's kind of dominating. And as you said, the mobility was really high. There wasn't a lot of big team fights. It was a lot of small skirmishes, disengages, and moving around the map. But then once Car Crash really kind of found their rotation, their purpose on the map, once they kind of tested the waters, they started moving really efficiently, and they were able to catch that 3-cap. So, wow. I really like seeing teams playing for 3 points. I think it was the first time I did the shoutcast, I was saying how sad I was because everyone's playing for 2 points. Sad! But I was so sad that people are just playing for 2 points, and now seeing Car Crash just say, F it, we're going for 3, we don't care. And they did it. Good stuff.
Get back into the game here real quick. Alright, so guys, that was going to be Car Crash taking the first game over Team Paradigm and TCG Mix. I believe we should have Zeph coming in, I believe now, right? No? Maybe? I know he was trying to come in. I know he was trying to get some time, or trying to delay as long as possible. Let's see.
I don't know the dealio, Emilio.
Neither do I, man. I need more, infos. I guess we're just going to assume for now that Zeph isn't coming. Oh, there's Zeph. We see Zeph in the room now. All is saved. All is saved.
Now Zeph has seen what has happened to his team, and he is flaming right now. He is enraged.
He is flaming right now. Absolutely.
He's flaming, okay? And he wants to win, okay? So we're going to see some Zeph action, hopefully, some crazy Zeph plays that'll allow Team Paradigm to prove through and through that they are experienced, they are the best team in EU. Or Car Crash is going to, wipe them off their shoulder a little bit, get that 3-cap, and show them that, hey, man, fresh new blood. It doesn't matter. We don't need experience. We just need to run meta build.
we just need to run a Necromancer. No big deal.
Basically.
They have the Necro advantage.
Yep.
All right, guys. One more time before we get rolling. This is Mist League Week 4. We're currently playing Battle of Kylo. Currently we have Car Crash over TP 1-0. We have Zeph is back in the game. Helseth is taken. He's riding Pine, man. He's on the bench.
He just got benched.
Better bench, Helseth.
Yup.
And so basically, if Car Crash takes this game, they'll be the victors of this stream today, I suppose. But if not, if TP's able to bring it back, then we'll go into a third round, which you can only hope, right? It's not often that we see third rounds, man. It's usually, if a team's winning, whatever strategy they're running is usually pretty dominant. We always go 2 rounds, just 2-0. I wouldn't say always, but most of the time.
Most of the time, because most teams, they just kind of play the same strat they played in the first round. I want to see more teams kind of like reassess the situation, sort of like SOAC Red during, I think it was week 2. I don't know if you remember. that they got exponentially better and started switching up their strat based on the other team's strats. So I think more teams need to be doing this. This is their chance. They're playing the same map basically 3 times. You can change it up. You see what the other team is doing, do something differently.
Absolutely, and that's why this setup is supposed to be something new and something, I guess, fresh. Just because we will be able to see teams, analyze the other team's gameplay on whether it's a win or a loss, and then try to counter that. But then you always come into you have the problem, kind of a conundrum, where you say, okay, so they think we're going to try to counter their strat. Do we run the same strat because they think we're going to counter it, or do we find something different? It's like rock paper scissors, man. I don't know.
Yeah. And then you rock scissors 3 times.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
Not that the opening strategy is the entirety of how you guys are going to perform and what the outcome of the game is going to be, but being able to react to certain situations, because it does set the pace for the game. If you get 3 capped at the beginning of a game, immediately your morale is through the floor, and you're like, oh my god, we're getting destroyed.
Plus positional advantage and all those other variables, because then you're leading the fights. You're controlling where the combat's going to happen.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to let these guys ready up whenever they're good to go.
Do you think that Zeph is going to make that difference, Scratch?
Oh, man. Zeph. And it's hard to say, man. Zeph's a strong player. Like I said before, he's definitely one of the shot callers on the team. Definitely tries to work on their strategy and kind of tell people what to do, what they should be doing. And if someone's doing something wrong, he's going to tell them. He likes to yell at people. So it's an element. Plus, I guess the synergy, as much as I hate to use that word, rather, he has the synergy there with the rest of the guys. I mean, they've been playing together for a very long time. They're really good friends, and they can kind of just know what's going to happen or they know what someone's going to do in a certain situation just because they play together so much, which is something that you really don't have from a lot of teams right now, just because they've been together for such a short amount of time. It's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out.
Definitely.
And again, no slight to Helseth at all. He's an awesome Mesmer. Obviously, just from a different team, was able to sub in for a game. So now we have the true team paradigm versus Car Crash with a sub.
The not true Car Crash.
All right, so the game's about to begin, guys. Again, Team Paradigm currently down. Car Crash up 1-0 against Team Paradigm. We do see the splits coming out, and the team colors have swapped this game, just in case you guys were confused.
I know I was.
Looks like we're going to see each team sending one player to home. We have a Ranger for red team and a Engineer for blue team. Let's go ahead and check in with these guys real quick here. So we'd have Symbolic capping the home point, and it's going to be Mogwao. Pardon me, not Mogwao. Super capping their home point. Looks like we're going to be seeing everyone kind of moving. Oh, actually, we do see TP. Looks like crossing over here towards Benson. The Moa comes out on the Super. A lot of burst damage going on him right now. He's trying to evade as much of this damage as possible with his 5. Goes down, unfortunately. We have Tilda coming in for the stomp here. That's going to be a 3 versus 1 gank on Super coming in, and looks like TP will be capping the side point. So we should be seeing a double cap coming in for TP really early in the game here, and we'll have Sheen at mid. Possibly? Is he going to be moving in towards mid here? Oh, we do see a Sheen down already.
Car Crash. They did the same thing that Team Paradigm did, just on mid. Fantastic.
So what do you think is the optimum situation here? I mean, do you want to take mid on this map, or do you want to have side points?
I think they just wanted to switch it up. I think they just wanted to kind of mess with the flow, because they thought that Team Paradigm is going to think that they're going to attack their side point, but they took mid. I think holding mid is a pretty good point, especially for a team like Car Crash. They want those big team fights. So if it does come down to a team fight, they're in a good position.
We saw Zeph come in and do a nasty burst combo onto Mogwao. Unfortunately, Krace did come down from Super, interrupting the stop that Zeph had going on onto him. Phanarm goes down here as well. Teldo's in a pretty good spot to try to get the res off right now, though. I'm not sure if he's going to be going for it. Zeph's on the other side of the staircase here, though, in a really bad position to even be able to assist him. Teldo going for the res. Phanarm not quite getting the res ticks off, though, unfortunately. We have Ning Ning coming in, getting a lot of damage onto Phanarm's corpse. It looks like Phanarm's going to go down here just momentarily. Zeph getting really low here as well. Going to try to disengage. Got a lot of burning on him right now, though. I think he's going to go down here just momentarily. There he goes. Zeph goes down. Teldo not in a really great spot to help out. Sheen coming in, though. Going to try to get the res up on Zeph. Is he going to get it off? Yeah, it looks like they're going to let it happen. Posius runs right by, lets the res go off for free. Tello getting trained down still by CC. Tello does go down inside the Elixir R. Getting the ticks from as Jean goes into the res. Tello's back up here, back into the fight. And kind of just a cluster right now, man. Everyone's just kind of like a straight-up brawl.
That was sick. That was an amazing team fight from both ends. Great disengages and engages and rezzing. That was fantastic.
Right, we do have Ningyu coming onto Zeph here, landing just insane damage with the flanking strike. 4K crits like no one's business. Takes Zeph down. Sheen trying to go in for the res here. Looks like he might be getting it off. I'm not sure. Sheen's getting really low here. Oh, Fenrir, help with the res. Help with the res. Oh, Sheen trying to go back for the res. We have Fenrir helping out too. They're back up. Ningyu in a bad spot now. We have Magua helping him out though. Looks like he's going to try to disengage here. Does blow Bassy Venom. Uses it on Zeph, I believe. Doesn't really make a difference here though. Refuge does go down in the Ning. Phantom coming in. He'll try to get a little damage when he's in that refuge. He's already out of stealth. Alright, let's find someone else here to follow. It looks like Zeph goes towards mid here. Gonna be going on. He's really low though in a bad spot. He's only got 10k or 10 seconds left on his heal rather. Only got 2k HP right now, so he really can't do much. Kind of out of the fight for the moment.
Just for the moment, but he's not being trained. He's in a good spot actually. He's doing fine. That was actually a pretty good engagement, like for Car Crash, because they were just milking points. They have a 30-point lead right now, and that was just basically because they forced a fight on the roads. But now, we have Mogwao attacking. Oh, that was crazy.
What was crazy? I missed it.
Mogwao came in, saved the day, saved Super, and they were able to acquire Windmill. They're going for these 3 caps, man. Beautiful. All
right, guys, so we're about 3 minutes or so into the game. We currently have CC up about 45 points. TP doing the best they can to try to come back here. Currently no points for TP, though, so the lead is stretching on and on for CC. CC currently only has 3 players on the map, though. They do have 2 players down on respawn. Mogwao taking a lot of damage here at mid right now, getting kind of zoned off the point here. TP should be capping that mid point here just momentarily. It looks like Phantom's going to be trying to zone or chase down Mogwao. Looks like they're able to take. Yeah, they do get him down here on the ledge. Going to go for the stomp here. He's going to use his misform pass or the misform downstate ability to avoid the first stomp, but is not going to be able to get rezzed up here.
Really well done by Team Paradigm. They really took advantage of the fact that CC had 3 players down. They came back and they got the 2 points.
We have an interesting matchup over here. We have Posey versus Zeph over here on Mansion. We do have Symbolic coming in to help him out, though. Symbolic going to get on point and try to keep that point neutralized as long as possible. We have Posey blowing his Plague form pretty much off the bat here. Going to just try to stall for time. Hopefully he can get some reinforcements here. But unfortunately, the reinforcements are coming in from the other team. We have Teldo and Zeph coming back in. Going to try to take down Posey. Posey only got about 4 seconds left on Plague form. And then as soon as he gets out of this, I believe he's going to get dropped almost instantly. Maybe even before then. Not able to get the heal off. Posey does go down, and that point will be going back over to TP just here momentarily.
This is the prime opportunity, though, for CC to come and take middle. If they can kill Ashin before the reinforcements come, they'll be in a really good spot because Fanta is down.
Yeah, actually, it looks like Ningyu was able to take Phantom down and get the stomp off, even with Teldo there, trying to get the res off. Ningyu running really low now, though. No condies on him. He's just trying to bail. He actually gets his heal off here. The evades on that. He's just able to gain so much distance. Oh, Teldo actually able to land a little bit of burning on him. He's going to use his Bassy Venom. Maybe kind of go back in on Teldo. It's hard to say. It'd be a really bad decision. Probably just blew it for the stability.
Exactly. And to cure the condies that he had on him, I think.
All right, back over here at midpoint, we do have Ashin currently under the effects of Illusion of Life, fighting on point currently. For those that are kind of new to Guild Wars, if you're under Illusion of Life and you're on point, it doesn't really count towards the capture of the point. You basically aren't a person while you're under Illusion of Life. It kind of acts like Warrior's Vengeance. He does take Zeph's portal out back over to Mansion. Gonna get the free res up here and probably push back in towards mid. We have Super, kind of looks like he was gonna try to chase him down, but he's opting to move back over to his side of the map.
Team Paradigm doing a really good job right now. Symbolics are stalling for points while Team Paradigm can regroup, and they're just milking these 2 points right now.
Yeah.
So look at
Phantom getting caught off of a windmill over here. Magua going in for the decap, gonna get that full decap there. Phantom's just gonna try to escape back towards his side of the map here. Over here on mid, we do have a lot of TP converging on the midpoint here. Phantom's coming in. We do have, I think, most of TP on point right now. Gonna try to take out Ning and Lord Nagnag on point here. Ashin's the only one on point currently right now.
Just like that.
Ning trying to lay that damage down on Phantom right now. It does a ton of damage in that spec. It's just such a good thief spec.
So much damage and so many invulnerability frames. It's just perfect. But Zeph really low. He's under burning. He's having a really hard time staying in those fights. Really hard time.
Just like that. Blue team.
All right, Lord Nagnag does go down. Looks like Ashin's going to knock him off point there. They're going to get that free. Pardon me, that was Teldo with the big ol' bomb. Going to knock him off point there and get the bleed out on him. Looks like he's actually trying to res himself maybe a little bit. Trying to stall for time possibly. Maybe he has an ally coming in. But we do see Ningyu coming in. Maybe coming in with the Shadow Refuge. Nope, he's actually just going to try to get on point here. There we go. All right, so I'm not sure exactly why he decided to pop his down state 3 to try to prolong his amount of time that he was down. Actually, over here on Manchu, we have Teldo getting... Oh, look at the Connie's on Teldo right now. Getting absolutely wrecked by him. Superimposey doing a lot of work to Teldo. Teldo not quite able to the 1v2 a Necro and an Engineer. Poor Teldo.
Yeah, but I mean, he was a martyr for his team. They were able to receive Windmill because, he peeled 2 people off. So now Team Paradigm's doing, they're doing really well. They have a Windmill and middle of the map secured.
Well, they're going to want Windmill regardless. I mean, it's always a good trade to give up your far point for your home point.
Definitely.
It's much easier to defend on respawn, and it's just it's better strategically. Over here at midpoint, we do see crates going down. I believe that was from Super. Double check that here. No, actually, pardon me, those were attempted crates. They did not go down, so it looks like they got interrupted there.
Fantastic training on Fana.
Yeah, Fanaram is down right now. He pops the Mistform trying to prevent some of the damage when he's in down state here. Not really in a good position here. He does drag him off point, though, which actually is a good strategy. Give his teams a little bit longer here to try to combat that midpoint.
Blue team grabbed the capture
Actually, we
point.
do see a DC coming out for Zeph.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because these fights were so even. You know what I mean? It was kind of like anyone can really grab this fight right now. And now, Team Paradigm losing that one member, it's really going to lean it towards Car Crash.
All right, Ningyu trying to take out Symbolic over on point. Uses his Basilisk Venom, trying to get a little CC out on Symbolic as he tries to train him down. We have Posey coming in here as well. Going to try to take down Symbolic. Should happen, no problem here. It's just a matter of time. Both of these builds actually very strong against Ranger. A Necromancer has a very good chance of taking Ranger in 1v1.
Yeah. But Zeph is back! So let's hope that didn't be too much of a detriment towards Team Paradigm. He was only out for about 10 seconds. So let's hope that Team Paradigm can get back and do what they have to do, which is get those points.
Well, we do see a triple nuke coming out right now, which is actually a good position for him. Basically, he's pausing the game. We do see 1 point actually coming up for CC. They do cap Mansion back. TP really needs to get the nukes going on. They need to get their home point. So they got their home point. They need that midpoint right now. They're going to stand to lose this game.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Car Crash never ever commits to any point completely. They're never like, oh, we need this point. They just move on. Someone's gonna die. Someone from their team dies. What they do is just split off and get the other 2 points. They just don't care. They're just going out for any point that they possibly could get. It's really fantastic. I like the way they're playing a lot. That was like a Brooklyn accent.
Teldo on point right now, trying to fight Nag Nag. The point is in CC's favor right now, currently. Teldo does pop crates on the Nag Nag. Actually doing a pretty good amount of damage. Gets the big ol' bomb damage off onto Nag Nag as well, getting him off point. He's going to pop his elite, try to get a little healing up. Actually gets taken down. The Shadow Refuge does come out, though. Teldo trying to do some damage here in the downstate. Actually able to get the res off from Ning Ning. Zeph's on point now here as well to help out Teldo. Little brawl erupting here. Sheen coming in to support. Looks like Nag Nag goes down. Sheen coming in for the stomp. Has the stability up. Gets the stomp off. No problem. Looks like Ningyu's going to try to disengage off the midpoint.
Great comeback from Team Paradigm. Fantastic. But Mogwao comes into mid and tries to keep it Newt.
We actually see 2 players for TP actually go down. Sheen coming in for the res on Zeph. Teldo helping him out right now. We did see Phantom getting stomped out, though, unfortunately. All right, Mogwao trying to make it on point here. Zeph getting up into the windows. You're going to try to lay in some great sword damage down from from range here. Definitely in a good position, to be honest.
Really good position for Team Paradigm. They just need to sustain these 2 points. This is very vital right now. This game is extremely close.
All right, Zeph's on the window, so he's actually in a really bad spot. He's got a lot of Connies on him. He needs to get himself in a good position to get rezzed up here without having to go too far away from the point. Able to maybe get his heal off. Gets the heal off. Oh, my goodness. Gets the heal off just in time. He's back on point here. Oh, gets taken out by an absolutely brutal Treb to Zeph's face. Gets taken out. Telda goes down here as well. Zeph's going to go down, taking more damage from the Treb. He gets stomped out by Mogwai, I believe. Or pardon me, that was Lord Nag Nag to get the stomp on him. Oh my goodness. Phantom missing his, we're going over here to Phantom. He actually misses his Earthquake here on Posey. Posey doing a lot of stacking up those Condies, man. He's got 3 seconds left on his Water Tube. I'm not sure he's going to make it in time. He actually pops his heal here. Gonna get the Water Tube in. Almost, maybe. Posey getting so low. Phantom actually goes down before Posey. Posey able to 1v1 Phantom here. It looks like he's going to leave him there to bleed out.
Definitely. Good play, though. You want to leave him there, bleed out, so they can cap that midpoint and hold it and win.
Blue team grabbed the capture.
All right, so unfortunate for Team Paradigm. It looks like CC did cap the midpoint. They're still trying to contest it right now. Sheen's back on point. Sheen getting super low, though. He's trying to disengage, gets off point, gets taken out. Zeph in the window. I do not believe Zeph has his illusion available because he did just use it. Actually, he did have the illusion available. kind of interesting choice not to kind of dive through and use it on him. Zeph trying to moves in towards mid, gets destroyed, gets knocked back. Alps to take the portal out, gets put over here by Posey, going to try to take him out possibly. Tilda was down. That's going to be game 2. CC taking 2 wins over Team Paradigm, 2-0.
GG. Really well played by CC, I gotta say. I've never seen them play ever before, and I'm pretty impressed. I'm really impressed with how they played. You know, it was really either way. The game could have gone either way. It wasn't like, you know, pure domination for one team or the other. It was just that CC really didn't commit to any points. They don't, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. They just go for wherever they can win the fight. They're just going for, like, they're very opportunistic type players. They're gonna leave one member there in mid to die, or whichever point it is.